Clint Bruce, man, what a fantastic episode we just had. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. I took a lot of notes. So we have one last question for you.
Yeah.
Call it Leveling Up with TKM. David, over to you for that question.
Yeah, Clint, thank you so much, man. It was true pleasure of a podcast, and just appreciate you giving us your time to
Thank you.
record this. Hey, so this is the last question. What is the most impactful action you have taken to level up in your home and professionally?
Easy. I had this great mentor named Holt Lunsford, and he grew up in Olney, Texas, and he's an incredible business guy here in Dallas Fort Worth. And he told me a story about how his father every year would read the Bible cover to cover for each one of his kids, and he would annotate it, kind of sensitized to the kid he was reading for. And I was so profoundly impacted by that I started doing it. Preach my girls, and then what I started doing is I want the girls to have the Bible read to them by their dad, right? And the way I always said is the me reading the Bible is me reading a letter from your father. So your dad's reading a letter written to you by your father.
Mm.
And so, man, it's probably 3 or 4 years ago. I started recording me reading a chapter of the Bible, and I'd send it to him. And then I started videoing it. And I'd send it to him. My girl's like, "Dad, we love that you do this, but you're using up all our memory." I was like, "Oh." So I got this little like YouTube channel, like little private, family YouTube channel, and every morning I'll read a chapter of the Bible to my girls, and it is the most uh, simple and probably the most profound thing I've ever done. Because I can't tell you how many times I wanted to not read the Bible. So I'll come up here in the morning, I'm pissed or I'm mad at myself or I'm ashamed. Like, man, God didn't want me reading this. Like, read the screw tape letters and just that's what the devil wants to do to you. So it's like reading the enemy's letters, right? And then by 9 or 10 o'clock, my daughters will be like, "Hey, Dad, you gonna send us the Bible?" And they've shared it with their friends, and it's on YouTube, so it's forever. And so the greatest thing and it's what 1189 chapters, so it'll take you a long time to do it. And some of those chapters you got to read. Now you get into Psalms, you're like, all right, part one, part two, part three, Leviticus and Numbers. Those are tough. And
Leviticus is tough.
yeah, it's tough, man. But it is the single greatest thing I do. Um, is reading a letter. So it's me as a dad reading a letter to my girls from their father. And I tell them that all the time, like, hey,
Love that.
you want to go from being lost to being wrong, you pick up that Bible and you read it like it was a letter written to you, because it was, and it's a map that's leading you back home. And it is, when I say blessed, now it hasn't blessed me in a material way. I didn't start doing it and all of a sudden made all the money I ever needed. If anything, I'm in as financially challenging times as I've ever been in, and that's okay. It's episodic, it's seasonal, it's what happens. So when I say it's blessed me, I don't mean it's blessed me as the world would say it's blessing, but I've never felt less lost in my life.
Mm.
Um, and my daughters have shared with me, and it's like I had this amazing dear friend. Him and his brother both Navy SEALs. I went to my high school. His name was Scoop, and Scoop's Jewish, so redheaded Jewish Navy SEAL. And on video, my girls have me and him arguing about how to say some of the Hebrew words, like how to pronounce this. And he's like that. I'm like, that's not how you say it. He's like, I'm Jewish. What are you telling me? I'm getting these full on arguments about how to say stuff. But I would tell you, like, if you want to know you're taking ground on all the maps, fall field battle, because the devil hates it, man. Like I tell people, like, hey, when you don't know what to do, just try to piss the devil off.
Mm.
And the devil's powerful, man. We're not formidable adversaries in our own right, but he's predictable. He's infinitely predictable. He's not omniscient. He's not omnipresent. Spiritual warfare is real, and veterans have a unique insight into it because we've fought before, right? When in doubt, just piss the devil off. And boy, nothing makes him madder than reading the Bible and praying, right?
Mm.
And so the single greatest thing I've done is started to read the Bible to my girls and video it. And so there's on our little private family YouTube page. I mean, it's a lot, right? And it grounds me and it encourages me. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've read stuff. I was like, is that new? Like I've read Proverbs
Oh,
18
every year.
probably 100 times, and I don't
Yeah.
know what's in there. Like, is that new? and
Yeah.
like when it talks about a fool, and I'm like, oh, check, check, check. So
Clint, how old are
um,
your daughters right now?
21, 18, and 15.
Okay. When did you start? When did you start reading
When they were in
to?
high school.
in
When
high
you're in
school.
high school. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I'll pull up for you how many I've read, but and I used to just record it. I voice record it too, but I'm like for me, it's not about video and what I had on it. It was like I'm just doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Put it on my girls have a YouTube page of their dad reading the Bible to them, and I
That's so good.
butcher words. I'm like, ugh, like I've got that wrong, but God knows what I'm trying to say. Um,
So
and
good.
I think that's the greatest thing I do. It's
That's
the
awesome,
most
Man,
man.
impactful thing for me is to do that every morning.
that's a step up. I had heard from, I can't even remember where I heard it from, but when I started just this year, I got one of those Bibles that has like the large margins where you can like write
Yeah,
notes.
yeah, yeah,
And I've started reading the Bible just like one or two chapters a day and writing notes in it. And plan on giving that to each of my kids. Do one for
yeah,
my daughter now, she's 10,
yeah,
and then one in
yeah.
the future for my son. And but dude, that's a step up, man, right there to start doing video. I might have to step up my game a little
I
bit.
like
That's
that.
good.
Man, technology, right? And the one thing I didn't anticipate about it is it's shareable. It's a shareable thing. So it's not that that's my desire and intent or that happens that often, but the chance to read the Bible to someone who's heard something for the first time because my daughter said, "Hey, I want you to hear this." Like I'm equipping them. In theory,
Yeah.
I'm giving them the weapons they need, right? So it's
Well,
not.
it'll be around for perpetuity, man. Like it's kind of cool. I'm thinking about like your great grandkids that you'll never meet that have the blessing of being able to watch, you know, generations before them. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think I'm gonna have to
I'm
start
like,
that.
how did he pronounce that? Like
Yeah.
he had to work to mispronounce it that bad. I'm like, nah, it's just a great
to
man.
to he.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
yeah. That's a tough one.
exactly. Well, like numbers is tough. You're like, show me some of this,
So good.
and show me some of this.
How
Show
do
me
you say
some of
that dude's
pick up where
name?
you're going. Yeah,
Oh, it's
dude.
good.
So,
Love it, Clint. Hey, I
all right, man.
appreciate that. That's
You got it,
some
man.
level up
Appreciate
advice
you
right
guys.
there. Thanks, bud. See
Let
ya.
me know how to help. Talk to y'all later.